Hello everybody, it's the Worm, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time, after a little tactical retreat, Okabe has essentially ended up where he was at the end of the episode before last. So, well, it was a lot of running around just to end up having to go on a date with Lukako anyway, so... yeah, as I mentioned last time, I'm still feeling a bit off about this whole situation, but nonetheless, we're gonna see it through, so let's go ahead and see what Okabe can think up to do for their date, and, see where the story goes from there. We arrange to meet tomorrow morning. Then I quickly leave the shrine behind. I breathe a sigh of relief at the sparsity of pedestrians on Manseibashi Bridge. Manseibashi Bridge. Ah, hello, Krisu. You were such a great help last time, I must say. Well, Krisu is walking behind me. She was completely useless.
結局付き合うことになったの？まあ、漆原さんのリアクション見てたらなんとなく予想はつくけど。
However, let's be fair to her, Okabe. You asked her to come along, but then didn't tell her to do anything, so I'm not really sure what you were expecting here. Okay. Did you agree to go out with her? Well, I can kind of guess based on Urushibara-san's reaction. Wait, you saw that? You told me to watch, didn't you? Oh yeah. I was expecting her to give me advice. Guess I should have known better. We're going on a date tomorrow. Yeah? Krisu makes a small nasal sound. She hasn't been making eye contact. Our insane mad scientist is dating a high school girl. That's not insane at all. Damn you, Krisu. Must you always be so cynical? Let's just ignore her and get to the lab. But just as I quicken my pace, she grabs my shoulder and pulls me back. I almost fall down backward. What was that for? Sorry, I didn't mean to be snippy. I'm just a little irritated. Krisu doesn't tell me what she's irritated about. Instead, she starts rubbing her temples. You made this choice to save Mayuri, so I'll change my way of thinking too. Anyway, do you have any plans for your date tomorrow? Date plans? I told Lukako I'd come up with something by tomorrow. So far, I've made no progress. I can't help but feel uneasy about the whole thing, even though I'm doing it to save Mayuri. Well, do you? This calls for Ho in Kyoma. I have only one thing to say, assistant of mine.
Isaac Newton と同じく IQ170 に生まれついたこの俺、ホーイン・キョーマーは狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。
I am the great Ho in Kyoma, a mad scientist with an IQ rivaling that of Isaac Newton himself. And?
当然、マッドサイエンティストである以上、興味があるのは女よりも研究であり、世界を影で操る支配構造の破壊、混沌の創造であり。
Naturally, as a mad scientist, I have no interest in this thing mortals call love. My incredible brain is devoted to the destruction of the ruling structure that controls the world, and the birth of a new age of chaos.
どう見ても童貞です。本当にありが。
You're obviously a virgin, thank you, Vit.
今のは聞かなかったことにして。
Pretend you didn't just hear that.
おのれ、この女子風情がよくもズケズケと真実をついてくれたな。許さない。絶対にだ。
Damn you, assistant. How dare you point out the truth so bluntly? I won't forget this insult.
ごめん。
Sorry. It's her at-channeler self was peeking into reality for a bit.
大体そういうお前はどうなのだ。俺に講義を垂れるほどにデート経験は豊富なのか。
And what about you? Your experience must be vast indeed if you think you can lecture me about it. I don't miss Christina's grimace.
それ見ろ。お前だって勉強や研究に明け暮れてそういった経験はゼロなのだろう。遠いアメリカの地で寂しい青春時代を送ってきたのだろう。
That's what I thought. You spend all your time on research, so you've got zero experience, don't you? You must have been awfully lonely in America, huh?
うるさい。バージンで悪いか。
Shut up. What's wrong with being a virgin?
秋葉の中心でバージンと叫ぶ18歳天才少女か。
The genius girl who cried virgin at the center of Akiba. I wouldn't be surprised to see it plastered across the blogosphere. Thankfully, it's early morning, but there are still a few pedestrians grinning at Krisu.
場所を変えるわよ。
Let's get out of here. Krisu starts to hurry away. Wow.
女の子との初デートで重要なのは相手に与える印象をいかに良くするかである。
Well, I must say that this episode is starting out great so far. Let's see. What's important for a first date is to make a good impression.
不潔な格好は論外。特に髪はきちんと散髪すること。長髪は汚らしく見えるので NG。
An unclean appearance is out of the question. A haircut is especially important. Long hair looks dirty, so it's no good.
服装に関してもぴったり合ったサイズのものを着ていくこと。特に秋葉系の男子は大きめのサイズの服を好んで着ている傾向にあるが、これはだらしなく見えるので良くない。
For clothes, you should wear something exactly the right size. Though it may be trendy, especially in Akiba, for young men to wear baggy clothes, it looks sloppy, so it's no good. Why exactly am I in a maid cafe getting date advice from my younger assistant, who is also a girl?
初デートではお互いに緊張していることもあって会話が途切れがち。重要なのは会話のキャッチボール。
Are you reading from an article or something? You sound very mechanical the way you're speaking right now. On the first date, conversation tends to break due to mutual nervousness. What's important is to play conversation catch.
一方的に話すだけでは相手が楽しいはずがない。特に女性は会話をするのが大好きなので、むしろ男性は女性の話を聞く側に回ってあげるべき。
One-sided conversations aren't fun for the other side. Girls especially like to talk, so the guy should try to keep the conversation going.
ただ聞くだけではなく、きちんと相槌を打つことが必要。そうすることで女性は話をちゃんと聞いてくれる人だと思うはず。
Not just by listening. Throwing in appropriate responses is also necessary. Responsiveness gives the girl the impression that you're really listening to her.
つまり、いつも通りの岡部じゃ全く話にならないってことね。
Basically, you need to be the opposite of yourself. Oof.
とりあえず、普通に喋ることから始めないと。あ、例のバカっぽい高笑いは当然禁止ってことで。
Anyway, focus on acting normal for now. No more of that idiotic laughter.
そもそもあんたって女の子に優しくないのよね。普段の物言いが尊大すぎる。というか、 偉そうでムカつく。電波妄想も垂れ流すし。
You're too heavy-handed with girls. You talk too pompously. Actually, no. You really are pompous, and that unnerves me. Also, you fire off nonsensical delusions.
デートマニュアル本を音読しているだけの文在で上から目線はやめろこのメリケン少女めが
I knew it. Hey, you're just reading out of a dating manual, so you've got no right to look down on me, you American virgin. Since neither of us know anything about romance, we're studying out of a dating manual we bought on the way here. Wow, this is just great. Okay.
誰がメリケン少女だ?
Who are you calling an American virgin?
お前以外に誰がいる
Who else but you?
はいはい、童貞オツ。
Yeah, sure thing, virgin.
知ってる？一度も侵入を許していない砦は頼もしくて、一度も侵入に成功しない兵士は頼りないっていう格言。
There's a saying. A fortress is judged by how many attacks it repulses. A soldier is judged by how many fortresses he takes.
それは格言じゃないだろうというか低レベルな争いにおいて勝ち誇るな
That's not a saying. Don't look so proud of yourself.
確かに。なんだか虚しくなってきた。
You're right. This is a dumb argument.
でも、このデートマニュアルって結構面白いこと書いてあるな。
Anyway, this dating manual actually says some pretty interesting things. Krisu flips through the manual on top of the table.
自分はさりげなく車道側を歩くとか、女の子にお金を出させるのは現金とか。いい？これ、明日のデートで全部守らないとダメよ。
Like, when walking down the street, be sure to put yourself between your date and the road. Or, whatever you do, don't make the girl pay for anything. Okay? For your date tomorrow, make sure you follow all of these rules. I wonder if I can really be that careful.
あとは、清潔なハンカチを持っていくこと。女の子が公園のベンチに座るときはすぐに広げてあげること。
And after that, there's carry a clean handkerchief. Spread it out when the girl goes to sit on a park bench.
俺は世話係ではない
I'm not her butler.
そう書いてあるんだからしょうがないでしょ。
A message from Mayuri. Okay, Mayuri says, Ocarine became a mad scientist for Mayushi's sake, right? Maybe it's irresponsible of me to say, you don't have to act like the bad guy. Or a bad guy. Yep. Mayuri is, she tends to be good at getting to the heart of matters pretty quickly. But that's what the book says. Yes, that's right, Krisu. And as we all know, if it's in writing, it must be true.
ご飯は立ち食いそばとかファーストフードは避ける。ファミレスがボーダーライン。それ以上は自分の財布の中身と相談して。
When it's time to eat, avoid fast food of all kinds. Family restaurants are borderline acceptable. Anything else depends on your budget.
ファミレスがボーダーライン
Family restaurants are borderline? Where are the family restaurants in Akiba?
待ち合わせ場所には最低15分前には来ておくこと。遅刻厳禁。
Arrive at the meeting place at least 15 minutes early. Tardiness is unacceptable.
15分前到着
15 minutes early.
あとはデートコースね。映画館とか美術館、街をブラブラ歩く食事っていうのが無難だし。
Then you just need to decide where to take her. Movies, art galleries, strolling through town, and food are all safe.
なるほど意外と地味なんだな
I see. It's easier than I thought.
俺はてっきり初デートというぐらいだから夕焼けの綺麗なリゾート風海岸へ行きそこでファーストキスを交わさなければならないのかと
I was under the impression that a first date required going to a beautiful beach resort, exchanging your first kiss bathed in the light of the setting sun and stuff like that.
それすごくロマンチック。
Ah, that's really romantic.
じゃなくて童貞思考全開だな。ドラマや漫画の見過ぎ。
I mean, that's virgin imagination at full throttle. You've read too much manga.
お前もな。
You too.
ちなみに相手は未成年なんだから、ホテルに連れ込もうなんて不潔なこと考えないでよ。
Besides, your date's a minor, so don't even think about bringing her to a hotel, okay?
それはない。
What do you take me for? That way lies forbidden lusts. Okay. Not to mention, Lukako's such an innocent girl. If I brought her to a hotel, she'd probably faint from shock.
ざっとこんなところね。どう？私のレクチャー少しは役に立った？
That just about covers it. Well, was my lecture helpful?
お前のレクチャーではなく、マニュアル本のレクチャーだろ。
You mean the manuals lecture. Anyway, strolling around town counts as a date, huh? In that case, I don't have to waste money.
にゃにゃ。今日誰かとデートするのかにゃ？
Kyoma, are you going on a date? Feyris comes to our table carrying drinks.
お待たせしました。アイスコーヒーになりますにゃ。
Thanks for waiting. I'll prepare your iced coffee. As usual, she pours in milk and syrup right in front of me. Krisu watches this with great interest. I guess this is her first time at a maid cafe.
デート相手はマユシーかにゃ。
Is Mayushi the lucky girl? Feyris winks at me playfully while stirring Krisu's iced coffee.
なぜそこで参りが出てくるのだ？
Why would you think that?
はにゃ。違うのかにゃ。じゃあ。
Not her? Then... Feyris looks at Krisu.
この子なのにゃ。
Is it her?
いや、こいつは助手だ。
Nope, she's my assistant. Krisu and I exchange glares sharper than a sword's blade. I swear, sparks start flying.
じゃあ別の子なのにゃ。今日待ってばいろんな子に手を出しすぎだにゃ。
And some other girl. Kyoma, you tomcat. You're making moves on too many girls.
ほう。いろんな子に手を出しすぎなのか。
Oh, so you're making moves on too many girls, huh?
何をバカな。
What nonsense. Well, I guess I did hug Feyris. But that was on the 14th, so when I time-leaped to the 12th, it was undone. I shake off the pang of loneliness and return to the conversation. Yeah, he's got, Okabe has a bit of a... What is the, is there a... what would it be? In these sorts of stories, what is the amount of girls you need in order for it to count as a harem? Because we're up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, I think. We've got Mayuri, Krisu, Lukako, Feyris, Moeka, Suzuha. That's a lot. Feels like a lot. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, Okabe. You, protagonist, you. Alright, looks like we're in the date. Let's see how it goes. The next day finds me strolling around Akiba with Lukako.
次はどこに行きましょうか。
So, where to next? Event number 1. Lunch at a family restaurant is already complete. I took care of the bill and now we're back out in the heat. I've got the entire day planned out in my head. The next event is...
街をブラブラするぞ。しよう。
How about we take a walk around town? Huh? Okay. It's Obon holiday, so Akiba is crowded. To avoid the crowds, we end up walking through the back streets. My plan is to walk with Lukako all the way to Ueno and back. That should be enough, right? I walk quickly. This conversation thing isn't going so well. I tried to follow the guide's advice and be a good listener, but Lukako's silent by nature, so she doesn't really start talking on her own. Even at the family restaurant, the words we exchanged were mostly just things like, "It's crowded today," "It's delicious," and "It was delicious." And I think it was a mistake to just wander around, especially since we've ended up in a residential area with no interesting scenery whatsoever. Okabe? Lukako speaks up. She's a few steps behind me.
Nanda.
Yeah? I stop and turn around. Lukako catches up and we start walking together again. Do you remember? About the first time you and I met? Okay, this should be interesting. Of course, we have to remember it's a different world line from the original that this Okabe is from. So I'll be curious to see if there's going to be any differences in their memories here.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course, what I actually remember is how I met the male Lukako. Oh my goodness. We're getting a flashback. It was during Golden Week in May. I was searching Akiba for materials to build a new future gadget when I saw Lukako in his Miko garb surrounded by some cameramen. Please stop. I can't. Please let me just take one photo. This is, Low Angler A speaking. That cosplay is super moe. I've never seen such a cute Miko cosplayer before. This isn't cosplay. If you could make a cute pose, I'd be super happy. Okay, what is this? Miko Overdrive. Fictional. Thanks for that. A magical girl anime with 5 Miko girls as the protagonists. Its target audience is adolescent girls, but many boys in their late teens or men in their 20s enjoy it too for some inexplicable reason. Uh-huh. Do that thing, you know, that thing that Megumi-tan does in Miko Overdrive. Yeah, that would be awesome. You know Megumi-tan, right? Can you do it for us? I don't know, sorry. What's wrong? If you come to Akiba and cosplay, that means you want people to take your picture, right? That's right. Or are you rejecting us because we're losers? No, it's just, this isn't cosplay. To be honest, the Miko garb fascinated me. Because Miko are sacred, chosen to serve the gods. I know college girls are doing it for money these days, but as far as I'm concerned, that's sacrilege. As is demanding to photograph a sacred Miko. I couldn't let it pass. You with the cameras. Who are you?
灰色の脳細胞の持ち主にして世界に混沌をもたらす狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。
Who am I? I am the great Hoing Kyoma, bearer of the mightiest brain since Einstein himself, the insane mad scientist who will bring chaos to the world. Mwahahaha.
何こいつ
What's with this guy?
マジ吉
He's nuts.
それぐらいでやめておけ。そのミコが嫌がっているだろう。
Stop right there. This Miko clearly does not want your attention.
なんという中二病ですか。
Get out of here, Chunibyo.
かっこよく女の子を助けてセックルに持ち込もうとしてんじゃね下心見え見えこれだからドキュンは
Okay. Smex. Sex. Got it. Okay, you're trying to be cool and save a girl for Smex in return. I can totally see your ulterior motive, you DQN.
ドキュンはお前たちだ。か弱い女子に男二人でまとわりつき、天津さえ変態写真を撮りたいと懇願するとは、オタクのプライドすら捨てたか。
Look in the mirror when you say that. You're the ones harassing this frail girl, forcing her to take perverted pictures. Have you no otaku pride?
いえ、僕は
No, I'm a...
聖なるミコを怯えさせるカメラ小僧。カメラ小僧などではない。それは単なる変質者だ。お前たちに聖地秋葉を歩く資格はないと知れ。
A cameraman who frightens a sacred Miko is no cameraman at all. He's nothing but a low-life scum, unfit to walk the holy streets of Akiba.
なんだと？可愛い三次元女子をローアングルから狙うのはみんなやってるだろう。
What? Everyone's aiming for low-angle shots of cute 3D girls.
素人のくせにお高く止まるなって言いたいね秋葉にコスプレしてきてる時点で無差別に取られても文句言えないでしょマジで
Amateur cosplayers should take what they can get. When you cosplay in Akiba, you're asking to get photographed. That's how it works.
違うんです。僕は
No, I'm
男です。
a guy. Our jaws immediately dropped to the ground.
だから僕なんか撮っても意味ないんですよ。
So, there's no point in photographing me. Lukoko murmured sadly.
え、マジ？
Wait, really?
そんなの嘘だこんな可愛い子が男のはずが
No way. Someone this cute can't be a guy.
男です。喉仏もありません。
I am a guy. I even have an Adam's apple. Lukoko lifted his chin a bit, exposing his pale neck. That gesture was really sexy, but there was indeed a lump on his neck.
じゃあ下もついているんですか？
Then, you've got one down there too? Lukoko nodded reluctantly. He was already crying by that point. So were the cameramen.
なんだよ紛らわしいな
What the hell? This is fraud.
っていうか、男なのに巫女服着てるとか、マジ吉だろ。
What kind of guy wears Miko robes? You some kind of pervert?
取らなくてよかった騙された気分だよ
Thank God I didn't take a picture. I feel cheated. They left the place, mumbling complaints all the while. Those bastards were a disgrace to otaku everywhere. Daru would have said something like, "Someone this cute can't be a girl." Wait, you really aren't a girl? Awesome. Daru is the true otaku.
どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
ああ、いや。
It's nothing.
でも僕みたいな男を助けてがっかりですよね。
But you're disappointed that you saved a guy, aren't you?
期待に添えなくてすみません。
I'm sorry I can't live up to your expectations.
お前、 名前は
What's your name?
漆原ルカです。
Huh? Urushibara Luka.
なぜ俺に謝った
Why are you apologizing?
だって僕こんな顔なのに男だし。
I mean, I look like this, but I'm a guy.
そんなことはどうでもいい
It matters not.
お前が男だろうが女だろうが関係ないだがその悲願だ根性気に入らないな
It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. We need to work on that inferiority complex of yours.
ついてこいお前にいいものをやるそのアイテムさえあればお前は勇気を得るだろうお前の中に眠る真の力の存在にも気づくはずだ
Come with me. I shall bestow upon you a mighty gift, an item that will give you courage. I'm sure you, too, have noticed the true power that sleeps inside of you.
どうした力が欲しくないのか
What's wrong? You desire power, don't you?
いえ、力ですか。
Power?
そうだ俺はお前に力を与えることができるさあ求めろ欲しろ力をカメラ小僧にも負けないお前だけの力を求めるのだ
Indeed. I can grant you power. All you need is the will, the desire, the hunger. Never again will you fear a camera lens.
まさかその後武器屋本舗に行ってサミダレを買ってもらえるとは思ってもみませんでした。
Yeah, so it kind of ended up being what I thought it was. I mean, it was pretty obvious just from their interactions before that, but yeah, Okabe entering into a kind of mentor position for Luka, that sort of thing. Yeah, but yeah, that was definitely a scene, I guess. After that, we went to Blade Works and you bought me Samadare. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't expect he'd actually come with me. I see. But when he did, I realized that he had potential. That's why I bought him the 980 yen tax-included demon sword. Afterward, Lukako and I went through intense training to develop the Seishin Zanma school of swordsmanship. In retrospect, I can't believe I said all that ridiculous stuff. It makes me want to crawl into a hole and die.
とてもびっくりしましたけど、でも岡部さんがあの時言ってくれたそんなことはどうでもいいっていう言葉はすごく嬉しかったんです。
I was really surprised when he said it didn't matter, but at the same time, it really made me happy. When he said what didn't matter. I'm just wondering how closely did the scene that we just saw, how closely was that to the scene that she recalls?
変ですよね。そんな言葉に感動しちゃうなんて。
It's strange, huh? Those words really moved me. Lukako's cheeks turn into a rosy pink. Her blush is too powerful. I have to look away.
でもその言葉があったから。
Ever since you said those words,
だから好きになったんです。
I've liked you. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. Is she saying what I think she's saying? But that Lukaku was a guy. Does that mean I made the guy Lukaku fall in love with me? Well, that is a question that I threw out there at the end of last episode. And at the moment, I don't know. I think that's kind of left as an open question at this point. Is it more something like admiration, or is it something more on the romantic side? I don't know. We'd probably have to ask the guy Lukaku. And I'm assuming we're probably gonna get that chance at some point if we're gonna reverse the D-mail, so I guess we'll have to see. My mind goes blank. Oh god. By the time I drop her off back at the shrine, I'm worn out physically and mentally. We ended up walking for 4 hours straight, which was tiring, but my mental exhaustion is greater. In the end, we didn't talk much. We just walked. Today was really fun. Really? She's just saying that out of consideration. I can tell that she's forcing her smile. All through the date, I couldn't stop thinking about the time Lukaku fell in love with me, so I barely made conversation at all. That manual was completely useless. On this world line, Lukaku was a girl from the beginning, so Lukaku's memories of when we first met might be inconsistent with mine. But even with that in consideration, Lukaku's story still felt out of place. So, Lukaku fidgets as she whispers.
Nanda.
What is it? Well, tomorrow?
Eh?
She wants to go on a date again tomorrow? I mean, we are a couple and we are going out, and that means we like each other, and it's summer break right now, so it's natural to go on a date every day. I want to be with Okabe-san again tomorrow. Thanks. Is that okay? Of course it is. Yes, of course. Thank goodness. Lukaku smiles again. She looks so happy and relieved. Seeing her like this makes incomprehensible feelings well up inside me. Well, see you tomorrow. I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Another date tomorrow. Tomorrow. Oh boy. Tutaru! Welcome back, Arene. Die, you filthy normie. Good to see you, Daru. We haven't seen you in a while. When I return to the lab, I am greeted by Mayuri's smile and Daru's pure hatred. Since when does a Chunibyo patient like you get a girlfriend? It's not right, man. How'd your date with Luka-chan go? Well, stage clear. Somehow. Probably. Probably not, actually. Uh-oh. Komima is the day after tomorrow, you know. What if you and Luka-chan go in as a cosplay couple? Maybe you can persuade her to go now that you're her boyfriend.
ちっとも OK してくれないんだよ、コスプレ。
She never says yes to me, and I've asked her so many times too.
でもラブラブなオカリンからお願いされたらね、きっとコロって OK すると思うんだ。
But if Ocarine asks her, then I'm sure she'll say okay.
断る。
I refuse.
なんで？
What? Why? Because Komima is on the 15th. Mayuri is fated to die that night. How am I supposed to spend the hours before her death cosplaying at Komima?
正直なところ、デートの面白さがさっぱり理解できない。
To be honest, I don't get this dating thing.
ゲー、オカリンてめえ、それは世の中の童貞諸君を敵に回す発言だぞ。謝れ、童貞に謝れ。
Gah. Ocarine, you idiot. Those words are an insult to virgins the world over. Apologize. Apologize to the virgins.
だって考えてみろ。相手にひたすら気を使い、気まずい中で二人で歩き回って食事をして帰る。
Just think about it. All you do is walk, eat, and go home. And the whole time you have to worry about what your partner is thinking.
どうだ？面白い要素があるか？
What's fun about that?
オカリン、そんなこと言うとね、ルカちゃんが悲しむよ。
Ocarine, don't say that. You'll make Luka-chan sad. Mayuri's expression is uncharacteristically serious.
好きな人と一緒にいるだけでね、女の子は幸せなんだよ。満足なんだよ。
You know, just being with the person she likes is enough to make a girl happy. That's all she really needs.
男の子はそうじゃないのかな。
Doesn't being together make boys happy too?
だとしたら、マユシーは寂しいです。
If not, that makes Mayuri sad. Why would that make Mayuri sad?
オカリンがマイノリティなんだよ。つうか、デートって言えばエロイベントたくさんあんだろう。
Okarine's the minority. I mean, dates are a great opportunity for H scenes.
お前は実にバカだな。
You're an idiot.
何言ってんだよ。手をつなぐとかマジエロくね。腕を組んでおっぱいを肘に当ててんのよ状態とかエロすぎっしょ。
Come on, holding hands and stuff's pretty H, isn't it? And when you're arm in arm and her boob hits your elbow, that's like super mega H.
そしてデートの終わりにはキスして締めだろ。チキショー、リア充のバカ。
And then at the end of the date, you kiss, right? Damn you, death to normies.
エロゲーのやりすぎだ。
You play too much eroge.
ねえねえ、ルカちゃんはいつからオカリンのことを好きだったのかな。
Hey, hey, when did Luka-chan fall for Ocarine?
いつからって、それは。
When? Well,
とてもびっくりしましたけど、でも岡部さんがあの時言ってくれたそんなことはどうでもいいっていう言葉はすごく嬉しかったんです。
I was really surprised when you said it didn't matter. But at the same time, it really made me happy.
その言葉があったから。
Ever since you said those words,
だから好きになったんです。
I've liked you. I think back on what she said. Something still feels off about her story. I said that Luca's gender didn't matter. Yeah, that was why I said what I said at the end of that scene there. Because she wouldn't have said something like this. So clearly, Okabe said it doesn't matter, but it was, yeah. So clearly, Okabe said something like this, where it doesn't matter, but it must be in relation to something else. because it wouldn't make sense for Luca to have said that if she were just a girl. The scene might have just been entirely different. That's what we were saying. I said that Luca's gender didn't matter. I remember that clearly, but didn't I say that because Lukako was a guy?
そうだ。そうだよ。変だ。
Right. That doesn't make sense. Now I know what feels out of place. I wouldn't have said that to a female Lukako, so why does this Lukako remember what I said back then? I recall what happened with Ferris.
思い出したにゃ。
I remember.
フェイリスが叶えたのは
The wish Ferris made
10年前に死んだパパを生き返らせることにゃ。
was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago. I mean, if that's what that was, that would have some pretty crazy implications. Ferris regained her memories from before she sent the D-mail. Could Lukako, too, have remembered the previous world line where she was a guy? That would explain everything. However, she remembers that event and she said she liked me for it, so... Did Lukako like me even when she was a guy? If your theory is correct, then that would seem to point in that direction, I must say. I think I need to check this out. Okay. Ah, man. I'm getting to that point where I'm right on the border between... we're starting a new scene, and yet we're sort of getting towards the end of where I would want to normally stop. Okay. So I kind of want to continue, but I kind of don't. I think we'll leave... we're gonna stop here. We're gonna stop here. That's a nice little cliffhanger there. Does Lukako remember? Or did the scene in which she met her version of Okabe go down very differently, and to such an extent that what she said still makes sense in the context in which she said it, or remembers it? Or does Lukako actually... did she have a Ferris moment where she actually did remember a previous world line? And is Okabe's theory correct? Huh. Interesting. Definitely interested to see which of those two are the answer. But otherwise, yeah. I think the funniest part of this episode for me was actually with the bit with Kurisu in the beginning there. That was pretty funny. But yeah, okay. Gonna call it here. I've been The Worm, this has been Steins Gate. I hope you're all doing alright, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.